Welcome to Attican Plays Pharaoh, A New Era. Alright, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 2, Episode 1 of Pharaoh, A New Era. We are going to play the Cleopatra missions. I thought about going back and finishing off all the ones we skipped in the original Pharaoh missions, but they just weren't drawing me like this is because I don't remember these very well. I barely played the Cleopatra, if at all. So this could be fun. So I'm hoping that we can just continue in campaign mode like this. I'm not sure how this works. Yes, it does. All right. Valley of the Kings. We're 1490 BC. Thutmose, I think it's Thutmose in the valley. It looks like we're going to go to Deir-el Medina. And let's see, grand as they are, the pyramids of your ancestors have eroded over the centuries. The tombs within have been desecrated, and the hidden treasures pilfered by robbers, whom the gods will surely punish throughout eternity. You will forego pyramids and start a new necropolis in a hard-to-reach wadi across the Thebes, digging tombs into the cliffs to create a Valley of the Kings, safe from robbers. Or is it? Okay, so let's go to Deir-el Medina. The first tomb, it's 1490 BC, enormous land. We have to have, there's no housing requirement. We have to have, or population, it's up to us. We have to have 35 culture, 40 prosperity, 65 kingdom, 11 monument, which means a small royal burial tomb. Okay. All right, let's see what that means.
After many brilliant victories on distant battlefields defending the lands and people of Egypt, Pharaoh Thutmose, as all must eventually, has turned his thoughts to preparations for his travel into the afterlife. To ensure that this journey is successful, Pharaoh wishes you to begin construction of his tomb at your earliest convenience. Establish a village on the west bank of the Nile to provide a pool of capable workers. Locate a suitable site for his tomb in the cliffs to the west of the village. You will need skilled stonemasons to cut the tomb's many chambers from the rock, and talented artisans to plaster and paint the rooms. To provide light for the workers laboring in the far recesses of the tomb, you will need to establish lamp maker shops. Supply the lamp maker with pottery and imported oil for the fuel. Plant fields of henna to provide a source of dye for brilliant colors the paint makers will need.
All right, so our narrator told us about some new products we have to deal with, the fact that we're not building pyramids anymore, we're going to build back into this wadi, into this valley here, cut through these mountains. And you can see we have a huge map. I mean, it's huge. And huge space for farming. Our kingdom road, unfortunately, is over here on this little space on this side. So let's see what we've got. We've got the usual services. We can grow chickpeas, flax, and henna. That's new. Henna is used in paint. There's a paint producer in the monument section who takes henna and turns it into paint. And we have the usual docks and storage and bazaar and granary. And we can make clay. We have jewelers, brickworks, weavers, breweries, and potters. For religion, we have Ptah, Osiris, and Bast. And our main god is Ptah. So we have Ptah as our patron god, Bast and Osiris as our local gods. Monument-wise, now this gets interesting. First of all, under the monument you can see we have work camps, as we always would. Lamp makers. Now the lamp makers take oil and pottery and make lamps. And those lamps are needed to light up the tomb while the workers are in there. So No lamps, no work. So we've got to get that going, and we can't produce the oil. We have to import it. It's very expensive. So that's going to cost us some serious money. We can make the pottery, as we've seen. We can make paint. We've already talked about we can grow the henna, and we can make the paint. So that part's not so bad. That's for decorating the inside of the tomb. And we have stonemasons and artisans who work on that. So the artisans, oh, that's interesting too. I hadn't realized that. The artisans need paint and clay. So we'll want to move paint and clay out to where the artisans are doing their work on the monument, on the tomb. And here's the tomb itself. And you can see, you can see the inside, the pictures it's going to have, the passageway and everything. I don't know how clear it'll be on your screen, but for me it's fairly clear. I can see it. And what we've got to do is find out where will it fit. Ooh, would it fit right there? Is that a possibility? I think they're teasing us. We can also flatten. See, how do we do this? Yeah, we can flatten that. Yeah, that looked promising, but no cigars. Okay. Just make sure we can't do anything here nice and close to us, close to the water where we could put housing. Remember, we're not using global recruiting. This thing does not rotate. I'm hitting R and nothing's happening. So we can't put it on this side at all. It has to go on the far side. There's nothing up here where it would fit. It won't fit there. So we can walk our way back through here and see where can we site this thing. Do we have options? It said pick your site. I think it was it was teasing us there. Okay. Whoa, there we go. Right there's a spot. It'll go. Okay, there's one possibility. Now, are there... Oh, it'll go here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Whoa, or here, here. Ooh, it'll go way back here. Oh, it'll go all the way back here. Interesting. Now, I believe, don't quote me because I don't recall exactly, but I am fairly certain that what happens here is that when we play the next episode, and we have to come back and do another one of these, it may not be the very next mission, but soon after we'll come back here. And we're going to have to put another tomb or tombs in this thing. So I'm thinking if that's true, why don't we take the one that's the worst one for this first episode? This first try. Let's go all the way out here. Okay? And put in our royal burial tomb. Because it's a small one, it fits in that corner. We may have larger ones that come along that we would want this good space along here. So let's do that. Now what that means, though, of course, is we're going to have to come some kind of work area that comes out because we don't have global recruiting. We're going to have to come out like this. Okay, we're already up to 36. And then up through here would be 46, 53. Yeah, look at this. They're going to have to walk out here. There's no doubt about it. But what we can do is put a crooked straight and put water here and then run it out as far as we dare go out through there. Put housing on the end of it, and then we can have our recruiting come from away from that, and that would put our workers like along here somewhere, which would be not bad for this one. And if it really is true that we would come back to this, and I really think it is, then that same kind of an approach for the next one would put us right where we will need to be. So that might be the way to go. So, okay. Okay, so that says we need a block here for our recruiting for the folks who are going to do the work out here. This is the masons, artisans and masons. And we're going to have to get out here and have like storage yards that get clay and get paint and get lamps probably to come out here. Okay, so we have no population requirements, and I think it's minimal. Yeah, 35 culture, 40 prosperity, 65. Okay, so basically this is one of those get it done. Do what you got to do to get it done. So let's go out. We can the trade routes. I'll just quickly show you. I've already had a look at these. I've had a long look at these and worked out the plan because I didn't want to bore you with it. I did actually quite a bit of analysis of return on investment and what we would be doing, and got my nerd on. I enjoyed it very much. And so here's what our plan is. Our plan is to, first of all, we have one land route with Punet, and they will buy pottery. We're going to actually set that up on this side of the river. Most of our stuff will be over here because we've got all that space to work with, and we have to go out that way anyway to go to the tomb. So most of our action will be on the west bank. But here on the east bank, we're going to put in one housing block, like a crooked straight in here, and use that to set up our pottery business. And I want to make sure we shouldn't have any trouble with the clay pits, but just to be sure, we should be able to just run right along. Oh yeah, we can even come out a little ways, but we can just run right along the water with clay pits, and we can have a ferry landing. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Yeah, we can have a ferry landing. Shoot. Let me think about that. If we're going to have a dock and a ferry landing, I'd rather have the ferry landing up on the high side. So the ferry landing would be here, and it could go there. So that will allow us to eventually get over there. And then the dock, our dock will sit right here, and we'll have another crooked straight block that comes out like this, maybe swings over, well, maybe just goes straight out. Yeah, probably just goes like straight out through here, picks up the water somewhere along here, and we'll put whatever housing we can get on it, and use that for our work on this side of the world, and open up our dock. And then on this side, and obviously we could put our dock on this side and pull everything over, but I think since all the work's going to be over here, let's move the dock over here. So again, a block here, and all of our clay pits, and our initial pottery, and we're going to export pottery to Punet. That's going to be our first thing by land. And at the same time, we want to quickly move to exporting linen and paint, because we can make our own flax, make our own linen, grow our own henna, make our own paint, and export those for decent prices by water. So we'll do that over on this side. And as I'm talking through this, I'm thinking this block is going to be a little bit on the highly inefficient side. No. I'm sorry. I take that back. It'll be fine. Let me think about this. Yeah, if we come out like this, 1, 2, it could come to like here. We wouldn't have to build such small blocks. I'm gonna have to rethink this. We could build if we had a decent block right here. In fact, 40. I mean, one nice big block right here would do all of our industry, including the dock. All of our industry. And then we would still have one over here that would go up like this in order to eventually to go out where we're doing the tomb work, but we want to get our money going first. Okay, good. So crooked straight here, and we're going to do what I've called the big boy block right in here. Kind of a new design that I think will work just fine and give us however many houses we want, pretty much. So we'll have a big block here, water coming out of that, recruiting like this. Perfect. Okay. So we give it a go. Yeah. Let's do this side first and figure out where we're going to put our clay. Our clay pits, we're going to do 3 and 4 now for the pottery, just a basic balanced build, and that'll be slight overkill for our exports. And we will eventually do more clay, because eventually we're going to get into exporting bricks, and we're also going to be needing the clay for the work out in the tomb. So there's going to be a lot of clay pits. So we want to leave the lower end of this free. So I think what we want to do is put our housing right down here, maybe. Let's say if this were the end of it, how long would this be? This is 23, 24, 25. We don't want the 31 we were using. We want to cut it back by about, to make it safe. Although we don't have a big culture rating here, but still. Let's start making our crooked straight blocks at like, that's 25. I think 25 sounds good. Let's just say that's the cap. We can still get some water right there. We'll make sure we put housing right here so that we can recruit all the way back here. We'll give them architect, fire, police. Now what we'll do with the gods, we're going to have a couple of blocks, and to make the gods work out right, we're going to put our patron, Ta, here, and another Ta over here. And we'll pick one of the gods, we'll do Bast, and put her over here as well, probably up at this end. We'll hang on to Bast for just a minute. Okay. So our end point was here, so we can actually put houses out here. To get our culture, we're probably going to go ahead and we probably will use morticians and dentists to give us our perfect health care. I'm going to put a policeman in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put 10 in this block, and probably the bazaar will be up here, and we'll have some storage here to get food for this block. And we'll put another couple, no, right there. Or another house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll put 10 on that side. And then over here we're going to build the big boy. Got to get it where it can get some water. So it's got to touch some water somewhere down through here. So we'll put it somewhere down through here. Like maybe right here. It goes 11 across. I don't have a picture or anything. I just pulled up one of the missions and built this just to see what it would look like. 17 this way. 17 and over. We want to come out of the middle. So this was 11, so we want to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, like that. There's the basic block. Not much to it. All right, let's put some housing here, 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 and here, and we'll put water. It won't go inside, so we'll put it outside. Okay. Yeah, we can recruit from this and get everything we want. Plenty of room out here for industry. Room out here, beautiful. All right, so I think we said 10 houses, but let's think about what else we want. We want another Ta, and we want I think it was Osiris, because this is Bast. Oh, this is going to be Bast. Oh, well, we can do it now. This will be Bast. And then Osiris will be here. And eventually Bast and a courthouse will be here as well. And for now, trying to remember how I did this. 4, 4. Okay, we can put a architect in the middle there and fire in the middle at that end. And then we want to have, I think we'll do linen and, let's see, flax farms over here. We'll do ditch irrigation in the middle. Our dock, we probably ought to put it in to make sure we get this right. The dock will go here. The road, recruiting road, will go like this, and like this, and then right down the middle like that. And we'll come up here. How long is that? That's 20. That's pretty close to long enough. It's just going to go like this and pick that up, and then we'll have a road like this, like that, with roadblocks, and a road coming out this way. Like so. And these guys will get architect, and fire. And we'll put in 2 work camps. Yeah, one right there. Hold off on that second one. I want to put in the henna farms. That'll do nicely, and let's put this guy right there. So we'll have 2 work camps, which should be plenty. And then we'll have, we can just even put storage yard here and here. 1 to accept flax. 1 to accept henna. And then we can set up our first industries right along here. Okay, they can go right up through here. And we'll cut this off because this block, it's not a loop, so it can't be very long. It's not safe to have it being a lengthy recruiting block. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, you don't go there. We'll go. That will do. Okay. Oh, this is wrong. Okay, we want one that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this block will do our linen. Let's see, how many linen are we going to do? We're exporting 2,500. We'll do 5 weavers. No. We'll do 5 weavers. And now we'll do 3 of the paint makers. We'll give them fire and architecture. And we'll give them storage yards. One to accept linen. And 1 to accept paint. Henna. No, paint. Okay. So that should get our business going out. Now, in this block here, we need physician, water, healthcare, basic services, gods. I think that's it. And then over here we got, police. We need police protection. Where we're going to put it. I think we'll put it. I know where we'll put it. Right there. Okay. Architect. Police. I'm sorry, just double checking everything. Now this has to work, obviously. So now we need to recruit over here. So we need to get this whole thing going where we can. I think the safest thing to do is just hug the line with these clay pits, right? So if we have our block that goes like this and recruits up, now we're going to have entertainment that's going to pill out like this. Okay, and then so we can have a block that comes in like this and recruits like so. And we might need a couple. Well, let's just do, tell you what we'll do. We'll just do our first one. We'll just do the three clay pits. And this has to be able to recruit too. Let's go like this. And then around like this. And then we'll start putting in clay pits. 1, 2, 3. That's too close, but we'll fix that. We'll fix this. There. And we'll just have it come in like this. Put 4 businesses in, come down like this. Ah. Okay, so that was no longer needed. All right, so here's a little loop we'll put in. Oh, and we'll put in a storage yard, a couple actually. Clay, pottery. Okay, so we'll have one that accepts clay. We probably won't have much overage right now. And one that accepts pot. I feel like I'm looking right over it. Where, there it is. Accept all pottery. Give them architect and fire. And 4 potters. And then we're going to set up our recruiting, our work assignments, so that stock and distribution, hygiene, and production buildings are top priority. So our businesses that are making us money, our businesses that are helping move the goods around, and the ones that just keep our people alive get the highest priority. And we should be good to go, and we still have 1250. Oh, we need to open up the trade routes though. We need to go to 2 trade routes, Punet and Karma. Okay, cool. Ran out of money. Good. All right, so now we can use that money to put some more people in here, so we won't have to do without. We won't have to worry too much about this. Let's let this run, and then I'll start putting in some more housing. Okay, and we can do all kinds of housing here. That's probably more than enough. Oh, have I got this wrong? No, that's right. And let's set up our trade. We're going to export. Pottery went over 0. Linen went over 0. And paint went over 0. Oh, and we need a We need a festival square. And we will hold a festival to, well, we're going to have to do each one, I think. We'll hold one to Ptah first, since he's our main god. And once that's done, we'll do one to Bast and one to Osiris, and then we'll start doing Bast. Okay, we're already getting pottery here. We should see a trader come on down here and take some pottery from us. Weavers and jewelers are fully stocked. Cool. Okay, Ptah gave us a blessing. So let's go to Bast. Here comes our trader. There goes our pottery.
Our long and dangerous trek here was
He got
for-
500.
The city won't trade.
Okay. I'm not sure why he didn't take a little more than that. He would have been welcome to it. All right, let's let this run for a bit. Now, and we've got this. We've got our trade going here. We should be exporting these two any time now. Here we go. Okay, Bast threw a party for everybody. And he just bought 800 linen and 300 paint. Good deal. And let's hold one to Osiris, get him activated. And we're starting to make money. All right. So, I think I want to stop right there. So I spared you all the excruciating details, but I went through and looked at all the return on investment on all these trade routes and stuff. And we've got our pottery, linen, and paint already going. And in the next episode, we're going to expand that out. We're going to look into what we need to get that monument work started. We'll have to start importing oil, which is going to be very expensive to make our lamps. We're going to have to bump up our clay production and our pottery production, and we're going to have to come up with some more exports to cover all this cost. So the next export we'll do is probably going to be bricks. We're going to import straw, have some more clay, make bricks, and export those bricks to Wast and at good money, and they'll do well for us too. And we'll export beer. We're going to export all kinds of stuff, and all that will be in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Pharaoh, A New Era video. Thank you.